What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to another content where we talk about hockey with myself and my guy, Jim Berenger. Jim, how's it going, man? How's everything? How's your family?
Everybody's doing good. Yeah, family's doing good. Everything's going well. Just got back from Saratoga. Saw Eric Church last night. Put on a killer show. As always, love my concerts, love my live music. Little downtime before everything ramps back up. Wednesday was busy for me. So was yesterday, just because of all the hockey news in the world, which we could discuss on another video. Today, we're talking about defensemen in the NHL, but there was some big news during the week. So, but everything's going well. Hope everything is well with you, man.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to hear that everything is going well over here. But yeah, let's get to it. So for those of you out there, we're gonna talk about our top five picks of defensemen that could break out in this upcoming 2023-24 season. So let's get started. Jim, you go first. There's no right or wrong answer, so go ahead. What are your top five?
I mean, there's so many defensemen out there that could break out, and there's so many good young defensemen too. I mean, obviously, Cale Makar, Adam Fox, you have Eric Carlson. We saw what those guys did last year. Those were the guys that were up for the Norris last year. But I'm gonna go to Buffalo for my first pick, and I'm gonna go right to Owen Power. I know Rasmus Dahlin's on that team. He had a great season last year for the Buffalo Sabres, but this kid is coming along, coming from Michigan. Remember, he was drafted out of Michigan, that high-powered Michigan team. All those guys came back, tried to win national championship. They just fell short a couple of times. But Owen Power, to me, is one of those guys you better be watching in Buffalo. I know it's tough because they don't have the goaltending, but this kid's unbelievable right now. The number one pick for 2021. He put up 5 points last year in 79 games. He's a finalist for the Calder Trophy, with Beniers and Stuart Skinner. I mean, this guy is just ready to break out and have a great year. That's two number ones for me. Right behind him, Rasmus Sandin, Washington Capitals. He was traded from Toronto at the deadline. I think that's a pick that the Maple Leafs are going to regret giving up a player because I think he was going to fit in really well. And I like what he did in Washington at the end of the season. Look for him to have a nice big year coming out. I know it sounds like my guys are a lot of young guys here, but again, Jamie Drysdale, Anaheim Ducks, another guy that is poised to have a big year. I know Anaheim's not going to be a good team. Look, his plus minus might not be great, but this kid's going to be, he's a superstar in this league. He's a great defenseman. I just like what he brings to the table. Staying out west, I know, he didn't have a great year. I expect him to have a bounce back year for the Vancouver Canucks. Quinn Hughes, the Hughes brothers, all of them. I mean, what Jack and Luke do for the New Jersey Devils. I could spend 20 minutes alone on how much Jack Hughes and Luke Hughes mean to the New Jersey Devils and what they bring. But look for Quinn Hughes to have a bounce back year with Vancouver. Very interesting team. The dynamic. Rick Tocchet, first full season. Let's see what they do. Elias Pettersson's there as well. So and the power play, he's going to have a great year. And I'm going to throw another big name in there, Bo Byram for the Colorado Avalanche. I think he's going to have a bounce back year. I think he's going to have a big year for Colorado. They're going to need him too. Devon Taysdale, Karen Makar. But if you can get power play time, and he's just one of those solid defensemen that you need on a team. And if their defense improves and their goaltending improves, Georgiev, look for Colorado to make a deeper run. I still have Vegas as my favorite coming to win this thing. I still don't understand how Vegas odds don't have them to repeat as high as they should be. But again, different topic for a different day. But those are my picks.
Those are good picks. Three of those five that you mentioned, I thought about adding two of those three. But one of those three that you mentioned out of the five are in this. So Jamie Drysdale from Anaheim Ducks, I have him there. I have Jake Sanderson from Ottawa Senators.
It's a great pick.
Yep. And Ottawa is either playoff or bust for them. So I expect a good season out of them. I got two for Edmonton Oilers. I have Connor Brown and I have Evan Bouchard. So I have those two. And then last but not least, Arizona Coyotes, Jack McBean. I have him as potentially to break out. Even though Arizona is the same position as Anaheim, You're not gonna expect him to have a good season, but I have a feeling that he could bring some sport to that team.
Yeah, those are great picks. I mean, look, Evan Bouchard just signed his new deal with Edmonton. Nick, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, as they would say. There's not a lot of money left for Edmonton because they're really like hemorrhaging against the cap. So 3.9 million AAV. Next year he'll be able to renegotiate after July 1st. And once they announce the cap going up, he'll get his money. I personally think you should get money Darnell Nurse is making because I think he's that good of a defenseman. And he's going to be really, really good this year. Power play, Tyson Berry's not there. He's going to get more first power play minutes. You have Matthias Ekholm going to guide him. So, look, Bouchard's ready to break out again. Back-to-back 40-point seasons. I project he can hit 60, 70 points this year.
Yes, indeed. And I'm not going to sleep on Colorado. Those defensemen that they have there, I'm not going to sleep on them whatsoever. Yes, they had I'm looking for the right word, but things didn't go their way.
Right, yeah, they had a lot of injuries last year.
Yeah, it didn't go their way, but still, yes, Vegas are the favorites, and I still have them there. But I'm gonna keep an eye on Colorado. They won 2 years ago for a reason.
All right, I got a question for you. I know this just popped into my head. More or less likely to happen? I stole this from SiriusXM. Ryan Payton, he's a good friend of mine. Not Ryan Payton. Dave McCarthy's a good friend of mine. Ryan Payton's also a good friend of mine too. But 100 points, Cale Makar this season. Yes or no?
100 points, you said?
Yeah, 100 points.
A healthy Cale Makar, I would say yes.
Okay. So that would be back-to-back 100-point seasons for defensemen. Erik Karlsson did it last year, so we're going to have back-to-back 100-point seasons for defensemen. I like it.
Yeah, and Cale Makar is in the zone. Like, that's a guy you don't want to underestimate. So I'm going to call it and say if he stays healthy, yes, he'll get 100.
I agree because he's the backbone to that defense and offensively that team too because he does a lot from the back end.
And that hit that happened the postseason,
yeah,
he let his presence be known. So
yeah,
if this was old school hockey, he would have been in the game. He would not have been suspended. But because, NHL is different nowadays, they're trying to protect their players at all times. So, but yeah, Cale Makar, he's the real deal. You don't want underestimate him on defense.
No, and I agree with you. Go back to Ottawa with Jake Sanderson. There's a bunch of guys on the defense. Like, you could throw in Thomas Chabot. You could even throw Jake Chikrin in there as well. But I agree. Sanderson, that kid, he's North Dakota prospect player. Man, Senators, bust playoffs. They got to do it. Same with Buffalo. This is their time. They have to do it. Like, there's no other way around it. Like, they got to make the playoffs this year because they put so much work into this offseason with the guys that they have and the talent that's there. I think the Senators have to make the playoffs.
Yes, indeed. There's a couple of teams that I'm keeping my eye on, but Ottawa is right there on the top of my list of teams that I'll be paying attention this upcoming season.
Absolutely, me too. Then Buffalo, let's see what Detroit does. I mean, Mo Sider's there too. There's so many good young players out there and so many good people that can have breakout seasons. I mean, hard to just list 5 guys, but, look out. This is going to be a fun NHL season. It's right around the corner. September 20th is coming. So training camps are opening soon, but it's going to be a fun year.